Hi ladies, so you're opening this up and guess what? We're going to do an amazing 8 weeks together and I'm going to bring you through step by step and the whole idea of what I do and this style of coaching, because the normal style people usually register for and the most interested is the style that they know best, and that is basically a trainer, a nutritionist, whoever you're working with takes a concept, moves that concept out to you, and then you follow it. And then 90% of people don't follow because it really doesn't work for them specifically, and it's not catered for them, and they don't see results or they get frustrated. And that's one of the things that I want to talk to you about, is that because it's not a one-size-fits-all program. That's why things like holistic nutritionists and naturopaths who really do their homework, they apply a different type of problem solving, right? And the first thing they do is they do problem solving to find out who you are, what your needs are, and then they start to customize. In the sports nutrition world, and most people that are selling gimmicks and drinks, is just basically apply this and you're going to see results. And you may like that because it's minimum amount of thinking. You know, the more or less we have to think, the easier it is to follow. But then you get to a plateau, maybe you're not seeing results, maybe it's not working for you. In my case, what I've always taught people is that maybe you're losing a ton of muscle while you're doing this. It's not going to be applicable. So this 8-week course, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to guide you and I'm going to give you a coach what to eat and what to eat and how to eat exactly to the T. But you're going to have to put this together because I want you to understand this is not, when I get to this level of skill, and I mean skill, it's 25 years. Most people, I don't know if you've been doing what you're doing, but I've been doing this for like over 25 years professionally. And what I mean by that is professionally, I've been coaching and leading people through various parts of health and fitness. And the one thing I notice with a lot of people is that they end up tapping out on nutrition because it doesn't work. And there's more to it than just what you eat. And I'm going to give you some, sit in my shoes type of scenario. So if you're in my shoes, you have Kathy come in. Kathy has not worked out maybe since the beginning of COVID, a little bit frustrated. She's turning 48, she's perimenopause, she's lost a lot of muscle, she's over fat, under muscled, and she wants to start to lose some body fat. Now, that's patient A. Patient B comes in and she's doing the boot camp out there. She does 200 workouts a year, works out really hard, got lots of muscle, good, but she hasn't followed her diet the way she wanted to quite follow her diet, and she wanted to lose maybe 10 or 15 pounds. Patient 3 comes in. She's a mother, just had a baby, right? Hasn't worked out, but before she had the baby, she used to work out all the time. Now she's breastfeeding and she wants to lose some weight, right? So you get the idea is that each person has a different type of need and applies a different type of style. So I'm going to be teaching you to understand your body, because at the end of the day, if you don't understand who you are, what you're coming from, your background, where you are now, you will not be successful in nutrition. And I hate to break it down to you that way and be so cold-hearted about it, but at the end of the day, you have to understand what works for you. Other things that come into play is that maybe you're the type of person that gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning, gets to the gym at 6:30 in the morning, and then you go home. Or you're the type of person that works out at the end of the day. You're the type of person that eats breakfast. You're the type of person that skips dinner. You're the type of person that skips lunch. You're the type of person that snacks too much. Maybe you have heavy going trigger foods. Maybe you have emotional eating. They're all different, right? Maybe you're menopausal, maybe you're perimenopausal. So it's hard for a professional, when they're helping a lot of people, put out, I guess, a quality product that they can follow. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to start off the first phase. You're going to learn about your body, what is body fat, how body fat's taken care of, what does that mean, how muscle affects that, how your hormones affects that. And then we're going to break into things like BMR, which is how many calories you need at rest, how many calories you need for activity. I'm going to give you a calorie counter and it's going to break it down and tell you how many calories you need to get where you have to go, right down to the calorie, right down to how many grams of protein, right down to how many grams of carbs, right down to how many grams of fat. All of it will be done. And then we're going to break it down. We're going to put that in together. We're going to be tracking a little bit, but you're going to be designing and putting this together. So if you really, really want change, and I've always said this, and I was actually talking to Nick earlier, if you want change, and your clients want change, then they're willing to put the work in, then you're willing to put the work in with them. If they don't or don't want to put the work in, they're not ready. And the bottom line is, if you're reading this or listening to this, you don't want to put any work in, you're not going to get long-term results. And that's fine. Maybe you just say, you know what, I'm going to clean up my diet, train a lot, exercise a lot, and see what happens. That's great, and that'll work. But if you want real substantial results, then now is the way to, because there's nobody like me that's going to teach you. I'm sorry, there's not a lot of people with 27 years experience that are going to tell you the truth. And I can give you, and I've done this before, I've done so many challenges where I hand out like a meal plan and a lot of people can't follow. I see results, I don't see results. I can't hand you a program that's going to work for you because you're different from all 50 or 60 ladies that are in the program. So welcome to the program. If you're really interested interested, you're going to follow me for 8 weeks. You're going to learn everything you need to know about your body. And if you're willing to put your homework into yourself and invest in yourself, you're going to see substantial results. The most important thing is that the other part is that you are at a place in your journey today. Where your journey was a year ago or where your journey is a year from now, it's going to be different, and then the rules will change. But what I'm teaching you will help you get through those, all right? So thank you so much for listening on this. I hope this made a lot of sense for you. I'm not going to I will spoon feed you a lot of information. I'm going to coach you for them, but I'm going to coach you as if you want to be a nutritionist and you want to help yourself get to that next level. You're going to have to put the work in, but when I'm done with you, you're going to be so happy, all right, guys? See you soon.